It's the worst for your mental health. We all love, I just got a message now as I started the video. We all love football, but something is worse for your mental health. There couldn't be a truer message. Let's talk about the problems. This is a Liverpool video. It's going to be longer than usual. Shout out for the engagement on my last video. I love the engagement there. Not because of the numbers, not just because of the numbers, but like the comments were fruitful. Like people came there with actual meaningful things to say instead of just the occasional laughing and the crying. It's time to stop crying. It's time to investigate. I was delusional for a very long time. After the first 3 defeats, I was still delusional. I didn't think anything was seriously wrong. I thought we were just unlucky, of which we were. But there are real problems, and I'd like for us to discuss them. Let's analyze them. What triggered this thought? It's playing Villa on the weekend, and then I remembered that Harvey Elliott is a part of that team. Yeah, he's not playing at Aston Villa, but he's someone we had. And if we had Elliott, he would have played in last night's match against Crystal Palace. Now let that sink in. Have we lost our depth? Have we lost our depth? Firstly, because now there are injuries to a few key players, and all of a sudden Slot is saying that he has to play the kids. He has to play the kids because he doesn't have anyone available. So he can't rotate like he did last season. Whose fault is that? No, let me not shoot on his Slot too much. That is together his fault in the sense that he wanted other players and he had to sell these players. And also most of the players that were sold wanted to leave. They had to leave. They wanted more game time. Kwanzaa. I miss Kwanzaa because he would have played in that game. He wanted more game time. Elliott continuously said in that window that he needs more game time. So obviously he left. Diaz wanted to leave. Darwin Núñez was kind of pushed out in a way. Who else did we lose over the summer? Who else did we lose? Kelleher had to go get games. He couldn't be a number 2 forever. Trent wanted to leave. So Tsimikas here, now he was a French, he wasn't playing. We bought Kirk, so we didn't need Tsimikas. Who else left? See what I mean? So as much as Slot is responsible for the recruitment, partly responsible because there's a team, a recruitment team, as long as he's partly responsible, but to a certain extent he couldn't do anything about it. Moving on. What's the solution to that? I don't know. You can't buy anyone now. It's just keeping everyone fit. Keep trying to keep everyone fit. Because the injury to Ryan means Curtis has to play. And now you don't want to play Curtis against Crystal Palace because you need Curtis for the Premier League. Ubi. And then furthermore, how do you solve the attacking depth? The attacking depth we have. It's just Isak that's injured. Slot doesn't trust Chiesa. That's another problem. Now, if Slot, you're not going to trust the only options that you do have, then what's going to happen? Then defensively, we have 0 depth, especially in the centre-back positions. It's Gomez, and then we're playing a left-back at centre-back, and then we're playing a CDM at centre-back. That's what we saw last night. We saw Endo and Robertson in the back 3. So we don't have defenders. Leone is injured. ACL gone for the whole season. We couldn't get Gay through the door. And that brings me on to my next point. Defensively, what the actual hell is going on with Liverpool, bruh? And I don't understand. What's the solution? I don't care what you can do formation-wise, bro. Just fix it. Bring people, play counter-attacking football. I don't give a damn at this point. I just need us to stop being so easy to score against. And all of these goals are going through the middle of the park. You would swear these centre-backs don't have cover. But there are 2 guys in front of him. This Ryan is right there. Over the last 2-3 games, it's been Curtis and Szoboszlai protecting. How are we still conceding so many goals? We've conceded 3 goals back-to-back. 3 goals in back-to-back games. 3 against Brentford. 3 at home to Crystal Palace. What was the game before that? That was Frankfurt. We won that game. Before Frankfurt, we lost at home to Man United, conceding carelessly. We can't keep a clean sheet. We can't keep a clean sheet in the damn first half. Last night, we played our kids, and at least they got to the 40th minute without conceding. The main guys can't keep a clean sheet for 10 minutes. Now, if you a habit, I've previously mentioned this habit of conceding first. It's a Liverpool thing. We're used to it. Even Klopp, It used to happen under Klopp, where we over-rely on the second half. Now, if you're getting in that habit, you'll concede a goal. Yeah, boy. You're putting pressure on the defense because now the opposing team has momentum. And secondly, you're putting pressure on the attack to score all the damn time. Sometimes the attack is not going to score. At least don't defend, don't concede goals. You can see we are struggling to score. The basic bare minimum you can do is ensure that you're not conceding as many chances as we are conceding. Do you remember that Crystal Palace game away this season where Alisson had to make like 7 saves, like 3 one-on-ones? Newcastle. You understand? Like there's so many games this season, Bournemouth, where Alisson had to be heroic. And that was the first sign of defensive non-solidity, like we nothing. So that's a problem. Our midfield is fine. I don't mind midfield, yeah, bruh. It's just that they're putting Kirkes in the midfield for some reason. Well, not they. Slot is putting Kirkes in the midfield. It doesn't make sense. Don't do that. Just stop that. Let's stop the Kirkes inverting experiment. See, because Kirkes can't play. Kirkes is a traditional full back, defending a right winger and getting the ball and overlapping. That's the truth. We can see it. I don't know why Slot can't see it. Stop that. Allow Gakpo and Kirkes to play and put a midfielder in there in the inverting tondo that you want to put Kirkes in. Because now you're forcing midfielders to go play next to my striker. And which is why it explains the match here. There's this match. I think it was United. It was a match I said, I cannot believe what I'm watching. I remember this status. I can't even keep track of the losses in Fido. It was a game, I think it was United, where my midfielders looked like they didn't want the ball because they were positioned next to my striker. They were all next to Verts for some reason. It was like we were playing 2 number 10s with the real number 10 pa. And Ryan, yes, it was the United game where Ryan was the only midfielder in the game, in the middle of the park, bro, where he was getting the ball and having to force balls through the line. Let's all come back and have my midfielders next to each other. I think that's a good start. Have my midfielders next to each other. Let them pass the ball in between each other. Feel the game out. Have my wingers wide. Don't make them invert now. Yeah, okay. Put them wide, and get the ball to them. Have a midfield. Have Ekitike drop in and out. And play Ekitike. In and out, drifting, doing the Bobby thing. And then have my wingers go in and score. And let's just go back to basics. 4-3-3. 4-3-3. 4-3-3, guys. 4-3-3. That's my only solution. I don't know what solutions you have. I've been talking for 8 minutes. I haven't even realized that. Give me your solutions. Do you have any solutions to this problem?